and welcome to Bite-Size Yoga. I'm Will, and in today's yoga practice, we're focusing on strengthening the lower back and the hips. So let's begin by coming into a comfortable position, lying down, soles of the feet on the mat. Maybe place something underneath your head here for some extra comfort, and let the arms rest alongside the body, palms gently pressing down. We're going to begin by taking some pelvic rocks here, working on our mobility through the lower back and in the hips. So I want you to take a deep inhale through the nose here, and on the exhale I want you to gently tilt the pelvis up and lift the hips off the mat. And on the inhale, slowly lower the hips down as you create some space between the lower back and the mat. Exhale, closing that gap now and gently taking the hips gently off, only an inch or so, and then inhale, lower down, opening that gap between the lower back and the mat once again. So taking this in your own time now, really articulating the lower spine and gradually increasing how far we go with this motion. Remember to keep the chest nice and open and make sure we're not taking any stress in our neck, face or shoulders. Really focusing on where the effort should be coming from. So in this rocking-like motion, going backwards and forwards, keep linking up your breath with this movement. And think about the muscles that are starting to activate here, around the abdominal region of the front, side and the back. And also, as you take the rock a little bit higher, you're going to be activating the glute muscles and the hamstrings. And taking that final pelvic rock, finishing with a deep breath in. Coming into a neutral position, I want you to draw the right knee into the chest, interlace the fingers, and holding just below the knee, take some knee stirs in any direction that you want here. Just take a circular motion and make sure that our hips aren't lifting off the mat here. And taking it in the other direction, a quick check-in with the breathing, make sure you're not retaining it or holding it. And maybe releasing the hands and just doing it actively by yourself, so with no aid of any upper body strength here. Using the hip and torso muscles to control that movement. And now gently draw the knee into the chest and release the right foot down. Let's repeat that on the other side now. Left knee draws in, interlace the fingers and just gently drawing into the chest. And taking now some knee stirs in a direction of your choice. And try to take this movement without the aid of the hands or the arm strength, relying on some of the strength in the torso and in the hips to control these circular motions. Reaching the knee up towards the sky as the hips stay on the mat. And now to finish that movement, gently just squeezing the knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers and releasing the left foot down. Good job. Bringing the right knee up now, we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch. The right ankle goes over the top of the left thigh. And if you want to progress this slightly, then interlace the fingers around the back of the left thigh and gently pulling the left leg in towards you. And you should feel this on the right glute. Remember to keep breathing throughout all of these movements. I will keep coming back and checking in with you. Maybe taking a couple of rocks backwards and forwards and releasing the right foot down, and then the left foot's going to release up, and repeating on the other side. Interlacing the fingers around the back of the right leg and gently just pulling the right leg in towards you as far as you feel comfortable. But make sure you're not relying too much on the upper body strength here. Try and draw that belly button down to the spine, gently firming up some of the body and releasing the right foot down and then the left foot. I'm going to take some spinal twists now. Bring the arms out wide, take the knees over to the right. So the feet and knees are going to stay together here. And exhale, drawing back up. Inhale over to the left as far as you feel comfortable. And exhale, draw the belly button into the spine as you come back into neutral. Inhale over to the right. Allow the head to fold over to the left. Back to center. Knees over to the left, gaze over to the right. Playing with some oppositions there. Staying in complete control of these movements, taking it in your own time. And make sure you stay in control of these movements. Breathing in and out with all the control and confidence in the world. And now gently bringing both feet off the mat, draw the knees into the chest, gently squeezing them in towards the chest. Using some upper body strength to do this and just rocking backwards and forwards. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Rolling onto your right side now, coming into an all fours position. We're going to take some cat-cow movements, moving the spine through extension and flexion. On the inhale, I want you to drop the belly down, open up the chest, take your gaze forwards, and exhale, chin into the chest as you round the spine, pushing the floor away from you. Inhale, release the belly down, open the chest. And make sure you're not crunching in the back of the neck here, nice and long. And exhale, rounding the spine. Now taking this in your own time, enjoying this movement. Taking it as far as you feel comfortable, using the muscles around the torso to control the whole movement. And now we're going to come into some leg lifts, releasing the right leg back, firming through the body. And when you're ready, gently lifting the right foot off. Keep the right leg nice and long here. And gently lowering the right foot down, tapping the toes, and then releasing it back up. Make sure you don't go too high here. And now in your own time, taking these toe taps down and up. I want you to keep the hips nice and level here, firm through the body, and make sure you're not collapsing in the back anywhere. The belly button up towards the spine. And now taking some circles with the right foot, just nice and small, nothing too big here. Really working the glute muscles and the hamstrings. You should feel many muscles firing up here. That stability in the hips. And now onto the left side, releasing the left foot back and gently lifting up. Nice long line. And gently lower the toes down and then up. Lowering down and gently pulling up. Keeping full control of the movement. Nice long line from the back of the hips to the back of the head. Draw the belly button up to the spine. And now take some circles, nice and small. You should feel the glutes here working to keep you nice and stable. Enjoy that feeling, sensation of strength being built up in the body. And now coming into a child's pose, draw the hips back to the heels, reach the arms out forwards, take a deep breath into the back of the ribs. Tucking the toes under, on the next exhale I want you to come into a downward dog. So make any adjustments that you need to, pushing the floor away from you, fingers nice and wide, and begin by walking through the feet, opening up the back of the legs, releasing any tension that has built up in the hamstrings, and try and create length in the back of the body. And allow your breath to flow in and out, giving it every bit of energy that your body needs. Walk the hands back towards the feet now, coming into a forward fold position, letting the head hang heavy. And gently on the next exhale, rolling up bit by bit. The last part to restack on the spine will be the head. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, chin to chest as you begin to roll back down. Maybe you'll want a soft bend in the knees. Keep the hands on the legs here for that point of contact. Take a deep breath in the forward fold. Placing the hands down on the floor, bending in the knees, walking out into a high plank position. You may want to lower the knees down here, but otherwise keep that nice long line of energy. Make sure we're not collapsing in the torso, belly button up to the spine, push the floor away from you, firming the body, and exhale, lowering all the way down, coming into our Sphinx. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back, engage the glute muscles, lift the chest off, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, engage the glutes, gently lift the knees off as you lift the chest off the mat. Again, make sure you're not crunching in the back of the neck here. Taking this in your own time, linking up the breath with the movement. Also working the front of the torso here. So you want to avoid any collapsing in the lower back. Use the glute muscles, the leg muscles, the back muscles to help you create a nice fluid motion. Taking the sit bones back towards the heels now. Coming into a restful child's pose, soft bend in the elbows, gently allow the forehead to rest down on the mat. And just taking a few deep breaths here as we begin to wind down. And we have just one more exercise, working the spine through the flexion and extension. I want you to cross the arms over, placing the right hand on the left shoulder and the left hand on the right shoulder, rounding the spine, chin to chest. And on the inhale, I want you to begin to restack the spine, lifting the elbows up, and exhale, chin to chest, as you begin to roll back down, coming into that C-curve position. Inhale, restack the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Allow the breath to keep flowing in and out. Bring the hands into prayer seal here, gently pressing the thumbs on the chest, sitting up nice and tall, maybe taking that smile to yourself. And I really hope you enjoyed some of these exercises and you can add these into your daily practice. And if you did, then feel free to subscribe and look forward to seeing you again soon.